does that invalidate the point that if the members are not elected?
The point I'm making now is that at that point in time, everybody was happy with what was happening or what happened at that point in time. But then, immediately after that government went, most of the people who participated in that conference now said that yes, they participated, but that there was some demographic inadequacy in that conference. What does that tell you? And that is why that report is lying in the archives today.
But isn't it a valid point? Because, I mean, in law, for instance, no matter the quality of your arguments, if there's an abuse of process, will it fly?
Good. That is the reason we are asking that for this time around, we must get it right by way of putting it part of our constitution that should we need a constitutional change or a constitutional conference, these are processes, these are ways and manners, we can get it going. These are ways and manners that the delegates will emerge. Is it by election? Is it by appointment? Is it by nomination? Is it by whatever it is? So that it is constitutional, in which case nobody is going to interrogate it later or begin to query the way it emerged. Because otherwise, people have said that out of all of those people they are even talking about in the national conference of, the national confab of 2014, that it is about, they said about 36 people were the people who were nominated by government. The rest came from professionals, came from sections, came from ethnic groups, came from all manners of places. But we can sit back today and now say they were government appointees. They were not. They were not.
But,
so that is why we need to have a law now. If there is anything that the National Assembly wants to do, is not to start doing a constitutional amendment for us, is for them to institutionalize, constitutionalize, legalize, and legitimize any further conference that may be convened.
How do you expect this
and that's the reason people are now asking this government, over and above everything, please distract us with a conference. Let us begin to do a conference.
And then we'll go back to 2014 that you said.
Beautiful. See, that the hope of that is that there may well emerge when we get our leadership recruitment process in place, when we're writing it up, there may well be a leader who comes up and begins to pick up all these confab reports. Many have said, what did we do with the Abacha confab report? What of the Obasanjo's confab report and that of Jonathan? Somebody will emerge one day that will pick up those things and say, since Nigerians are asking for all of this, let us see if we can synthesize all of this, harmonize them, and probably implement them. There must be a leader one day that will require those reports, and they are most likely going to put some energy into them and kickstart what we want.
Let me just throw this out there. Do you think if the electorate decided to recall their members, do you think it will put pressure on them to do what you're suggesting now?
Well, I do not know the relationship of between recalling and then having to get this passed through, because you see, the members who are shooting down the devolution of power bill were so deterred by their constituencies. They told them, we're enjoying what we have now. We don't want any devolution of power. And that's exactly what they have. So why would they need to record them?
But you're certain it's their constituency that told them to go ahead.
They said they are representing the people. They are representing their people. So it is we can invariably assert that whatever they are saying on the floor of the National Assembly will be a true reflection of the wishes and aspirations of their people.
Because the speaker says they can't do anything outside the wishes of the people.
Beautiful. That's why we're saying now the thing had gone beyond the constitution. We are now saying, like they will say, think out of the box. We now want a different constitution. And when we want a different constitution, this National Assembly is incapable of giving us a different constitution. It is the people that give themselves a constitution, not the National Assembly. The National Assembly is a creation of the constitution. They cannot create a constitution.
A lot of them would always argue when you say they are incapable of doing that. They say, look, we are elected representatives of the people there. So if we're there doing our jobs, how come people say we're incapable of doing our jobs? But I've told you what even the constitution we're talking about has empowered them to do. 3 things. Represent your people, make laws, do oversight function.
It's not to create a new constitution.
What if they then, because
it's a political conference that can create
you don't seem to be giving them the benefit of the doubt. Now that they say, well, look, we listen to Nigerians, we hear what you say, we will have a committee to look into this matter, we will revisit this subject. Are you preempting their submissions already?
It's good for us. It's good to the extent that it douses the tension.
What did actually?
The people are saying that.
But you don't think they can achieve what we want?
The report of the committee will be ready in 8 weeks. That is 2 months' time. At the end of this year. And then before we can begin to talk about what we need to do, will be next year. So the tension has doused.
What would you rather have?
I've always said that what the National Assembly can do for us now, since it's not in the Constitution, and we ran into trouble when we had the 2014 conference, that didn't have any legal backing. Please give a legal backing to any confab that is likely to be held. Everybody is asking the current administration to allow us come and talk and give ourselves a constitution via restructuring. Please. By the time they now do that, there will be a fallback position. There will be a place that in the constitution that legitimizes that assembly. Otherwise, they won't be describing the 2014 election as, you know, just an jamboree for the boys.
Even if they were to do that singular,
sure you have had that.
Well, yeah. Even if they were to do that singular action, if they were to take that action, the process of drafting it and then bringing it to the House, voting and letting it pass, it will still take a while, perhaps even longer than the 8 weeks.
Good, if that is what we are expecting.
But that would further douse tension if further into next year, wouldn't it?
If that's what we're expecting, then we'll go home smiling, because if it doesn't happen now, it will happen tomorrow. If the conference does not happen now, it will happen tomorrow. And somebody will say, why many conferences? And I've told you that as much as we can, let us keep talking. That's what democracy is all about. Some leader will emerge one day that will pick up the 2014 conference, pick up whichever that is going to emerge from this administration and put it together and say, let's run with this, let's implement it. And we would have gotten a country of our desire.
All right, then. So we'll have to anchor at that point then, looking through all of this and see where it eventually leads us. But we'll have to go. We'll be back in just a moment. Join us again.